You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Hemlock Grove After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Hemlock Grove After Show.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another amazing AFTERBUZZ TV after show for your favorite show, Hemlock Grove. We're on season 2, episode 1. And welcome back once again. It's been a whole year, guys. Can you believe it?
Been way too long. I'm so excited to be back watching this one.
I've been telling everyone, Hemlock Grove's back this week, people. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
Better watch it.
Well, I'm your host, Shano, and I'm joined here by my awesome and lovely co-hosts and a special guest in studio tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Tiio Horn.
Tiio? Yay.
Hi.
Yay.
Hey everyone, I'm Marisa Serafini.
Hi, I'm Jurgens.
Yes, and Tiio plays Destiny on the show. Thanks so much for joining us in studio. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, last year you were our first guest on the show, and then this year you're our first guest on the show.
Yay.
I mean, might as well start us off again.
Exactly, and we're so excited in person this time.
Yeah.
I know, it feels better.
You know, I gotta admit, I was kind of stalking the Hemlock Grove cast. I was like, they're in LA. I gotta get them. They're in LA.
To promote it.
I'm glad you caught me, though.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be here.
Excellent. Well, let's start talking, but here's what we're going to talk about today. So the episode's name is Blood Pressure, and we're going to discuss Destiny and Peter at the funeral. Olivia lives. What? Roman heads the White Tower and Godfrey Industries, and we have the Masked Men, new antagonists in the show. What's going on with those guys? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to discuss it. But let's start off with talking about the funeral. And I'm going to start off by saying I did not know that was a funeral when the show began. What the heck was up with that?
I know, it looked like a big party, right?
Exactly.
Somewhere where you want to be. I guess it's like a celebration. So, we're not going to... They made it more... I guess they celebrate the death of somebody. It's better to let somebody go into the next life on a happy note, right?
Yeah, and also in the Romani culture, that actually touching the body after death is actually bad. That's discouraged because touching the body can contaminate the body, and they were worried about that. So, and I found it interesting how everyone was like going up and kissing it, and I'm like, interesting.
Oh, so they normally wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, they normally wouldn't touch the body. But whatever, it's a
Hemlock
whack.
Grove, we do things our way.
It's a wish. It's a wick.
Exactly. So
Wasn't the makeup cool though?
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah.
the effects and the makeup this season, well, even last season, but this season was amazing.
So I was going to ask you about that as one of my interview questions, but let's talk about it now. What was up with that, dude? Give us some behind the scenes. So was that was an actual actor?
Oh my gosh, yeah. He
Wow.
all day had his eyes, had the prosthetics over his eyes, so he had to be led around, had to, given his food and everything. Yeah, he was totally a trooper, man. Kudos to that guy.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he happen to mention how long it took to do the makeup on his eyes?
No, he didn't. But we did that scene all day. All day.
That's a
That
long
guy was
scene.
there for hours. And we only had that location, I think, for that one day. So it had to be done that day. I think it was like a 16-hour, 17-hour day. So that guy, yeah.
Did he ever just nod off in that chair?
I think he did. Is he sleeping?
Oh, that's great. So also you had a juicy part in that first part of the episode.
Juicy
there.
in what way?
Juicy as in it was very Hemlock Grove, very erotic, and like it was fun too because that's how Destiny's character is, right?
Yeah. Have a little pee and then have a little shot and have a little sex.
Just in the kitchen while the party's going on. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, I liked how we started your character again in this season because you are around more episodes this season. But like just to start Destiny off to introduce everyone again, I think that was nice, and especially so Destiny like yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna flip you off too. Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great. So
Isn't he so cute though, Andreas?
He is a cutie.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Good casting.
yeah, so what's that actor's name? I didn't catch his name.
His name is Luke Camilleri.
Luke Camilleri.
And he is from Vancouver. Well, he's from BC. I'm not sure. I forget what the town is called, but he's based in Vancouver. And yeah, he's awesome. He's so much fun to work with. Great guy.
It seems fun.
Yeah, you can see the chemistry. Right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so tongue in cheek the way you always like tease each other.
Yeah.
It was great because he's like really trying to get at you at first, and the only thing that gets you is he just keeps persisting, and he remembers you, and you guys have that history, that chemistry from the past, and now it's like, ooh, we're adults now, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I don't think that if he didn't have that link to the past, I don't know if Destiny would have given him like a moment of her time, you know? So it was good that he brought that ice cream truck thing up.
Oh yeah, creamsicle,
it did-
right?
Creamsicle, baby.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it until that moment, and then it seemed like that was
I
a switch
like,
for you. Like,
So we have the police start closing in on the party, and I'm thinking at first, oh man, are they getting Peter now for the murders or suspicion of murders in Hemlock Grove? And no, it's FBI, and they want Linda because they have this whole RICO case against her for fraud, embezzlement, all kinds of stuff like that.
And I think that they were also, I think they were just taking advantage of a whole bunch of the Romani people, probably with prior records and warrants and everything, just gathering at this one place, and they got a tip off and took advantage of it, because she wasn't the only one who was thrown into a car. There was quite a few people tackled and cuffed and everything.
yeah, they mentioned like they had a list, didn't they? I think the list of names.
And we even saw at the beginning of season 1 that they already had a past. They were smugglers and whatnot, and they and thieves. That low common thief. So I mean, it was probably a history of things that they just wanted to get Linda for.
Yeah, so they end up getting her, and what's up? Getting back to the RICO case, what's up with that? Everybody uses that in like so many different movies and TV shows. They used it in Dark Knight. You guys remember that? They used that against like all the mob guys, whatever. Anyway, so I just thought it was kind of funny how they always use the RICO case in all kinds of TV and film. But we have Peter going back to Hemlock Grove with Destiny. Reluctantly, you guys have no money. You can't bail her out, and he ends up getting his car or your car lent to him, right?
Yep.
And was that reluctant too?
An awesome, I got a station wagon.
Yeah.
Yes, this is our car.
And you got a regular job too.
That is true.
That's right.
That is true.
You're working at the cafe as Destiny.
She does what she has to do, I think that's the Romani way.
Yeah.
Are you still a con artist on the side?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I thought she was so cute in the diner, like as the waitress. Like I didn't expect that either, because I was used to last season and your jobs and stuff. So I thought
I loved her outfit.
Good. Yeah.
So normal.
Is it weird that I like this waitress outfit?
See, I know why Destiny's doing it, because that's how she gets more business.
It's true.
The men see her, the men want her.
It's
by the
true.
way, I do this on the side, maybe.
Come and see me sometime. Here's my card.
She's in the area. She's close.
Yeah, so Peter uses the car. He takes care of business with the whole the wolf thing. He does a turn during
Oh my God.
during a crescent moon. You can't do that.
The greatest turn ever. Honestly, when we saw it at the fan screening, there was a round of applause. Like that was amazing. Even I never saw it before that. I was watching it like this is, and I was hitting Landon like, oh my God, it looks so good. You know, it was so good.
I absolutely loved it, and I was trying to like not pay try as much as I wanted to. I was trying to avoid social media and stuff, so because since we don't watch the episodes ahead here and we just go by one. But that was one tweet that I saw that they were like, I didn't think you could do a better transformation than you did last season, but this one they're like, oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So I was so excited because I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what they do. And then when they did it, I was like, oh my gosh, it was just unreal.
Hats off to the effects guys, man. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, I loved how they showed the transformation in the first episode of this season. I mean, it really kicks off sets the tone for all the other episodes compared to last season where they only showed it in episode 2.
Yeah.
So, and then I liked how they also explained that there is the human body still within the will transformation, because I don't think that was as clear last year.
And aren't those guys so funny? Yeah. Hilarious. A bit of comic relief, you know?
Yeah.
They're
He
awesome.
throws up. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
And
He touches his face.
Yeah.
that was
Which
so
is very
Such
much
a cool
the cover of the book, the Hemlock Grove. I'm like, it kind of makes sense now.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it does. I actually felt like he could have killed him. The whole time I'm thinking, dude, he's just gonna eat him.
Yeah, yeah.
And that way he can take the money and it's like whatever. But then he's not gonna have repeat business
Exactly.
if he kills him.
Exactly.
So this whole con thing's not gonna work. And someone will go like, hey, those guys are missing. What's going on here? And he doesn't want to bring a bunch of red flags around.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I really liked it. I can see that they must have increased their budget too on the special effects.
Oh, yeah.
Because
oh, yeah.
this obviously Hemlock Grove is an amazing show. It's got even more followers than they had last year when it started, and that's where they're putting the money into these amazing
Yeah.
special effects.
And they
then,
did it in that first episode, and I think that was really smart because
Yeah.
it really like grasped everybody to keep wanting more.
Absolutely.
They always did. We talked about last year about the great visuals too, and I thought in this episode right away there were so many beautiful shots and just I thought great visuals throughout the whole thing that really helped with the storytelling and getting into the mode of it.
Yeah, and not just the visuals and cinematography, but the sound editing as well, with all the bone cracking. It really enhances the transformation. Just like you can't watch and you can't listen to it either. It's crazy.
Oh, even just like his vertebrae popping
Yeah.
out. I was like,
I know.
and he threw his flesh against the wall.
And then I picked it up when he was past them.
What is
What
this?
the hell?
What did you do tonight?
I know something's up.
Yeah, but that it was great. That evidence was left over, so you were able to get mad at him, and you had a little conversation with Peter. It was a very powerful conversation. Like you didn't want him to do it anymore, right?
Yeah. Warning him again. Come on, what are you doing? He doesn't listen to me. Little shit.
They're cousins.
But then after she lets it out on him, she forgives him.
Yeah.
We couldn't squeeze him for 25,
Yeah.
5 extra. Maybe we can get a new car or something.
He made you walk home that
exactly.
night. How dare he?
Yeah, he was passed out as if he had been hungover.
Yeah. Well, it takes a lot out of him, right? Out of Peter. So
Yeah. And also we got the technical name of the liquid, the drops that they use, Subzilla. Subzilla. I think we only saw the drug last year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now we have a name to it.
Oh, that's the one that Olivia was using.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay. Now I know. So he mixed it with other stuff, and that's right, because she was obtaining it from Peter's mom, Linda.
Yeah, Linda.
Right? Oh, cool. So it's a Romany drug, right? Or is it even a
Yeah,
drug? What?
Because he transformed to make them believe that they're high, right?
Yeah, it was biggest con play ever.
Maybe it does something. Maybe it does get them like a little high or a little relaxed or something, and then doing that just freaked them out where they thought it was like LSD.
Yeah, like an opiate. Probably just chills them out.
that immediate effect of drugs, though, because he transformed in the first minute. I mean, don't do drugs. I mean, seriously.
You end up getting mad at him too because you say, "Hey, like you transformed on the wrong night. You could turn into a Vargulf."
Yeah, exactly. And you see him get. You see it affecting him more and more, especially as you watch through the season.
Little tease.
More of that.
Exactly.
So hard because we're only in the first episode, Just can't spoil it.
So after this whole thing happens during the night. He does the con on the guys. You don't want him to use your car anymore, right?
No, I do not. I do not want him to use my car.
Yeah, I imagine
Not
not.
unless he brings me back some food or something.
Yeah, and you're cooking for him.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
that's kind of twisted.
Well, she's so motherly. She can't help but take
Yeah.
care of him, you know? She's got that instinct. I mean, and, you know, you don't really see where Destiny comes from. You don't see any of her other family. You don't know who her parents are, how she's alone, why she's alone, shouldn't she have anybody else helping her out with all this stuff, with life, basically. And so I think that's why she was so happy to see Peter in that first meeting at the funeral. It's because it's her blood, and I don't think she could ever stay mad at him.
Yeah, and literally only family that she has right now. And I feel like the relationship between Destiny and Peter, more brother or sister, like, which is great. I mean, you don't have to be cousins. I mean, be close like that. That was great.
Yeah, and I think, you know, even with her relationship with Andreas, I don't think that she would even let that guy come in between her and Peter, you know?
Yeah, I don't
No,
No matter how great he is.
family.
Just like, sorry, Pete, yeah, exactly, family first.
Yeah, she seems really loyal and stuck in her, you know, and knows her loyalties. I can't see that happening either.
Yeah.
Blood runs thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a moment ago, you were talking about like her backstory. Like we don't really know. It hasn't been revealed to us yet. Do you know the backstory that she has? Have the writers like told you anything about some kind of motivation, or?
Not really, no. I mean, that's what I would love to see in the future. More of where she comes from and what brought her here, what brought her to Hemlock Grove, what brought her to living on top of a weed shop. You know what I mean? It's like, why? I want to know, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice apartment.
It
is.
is. I know. I'm so lucky to walk into work. Whoa! I live here.
So not knowing much of that for you as an actor, like, how was the process of like making things up for yourself or like making choices? How'd you go through that?
I concentrated on my relationship with Peter and what I was there. I was there for him and what my purpose was in the story in regards to him and in regards to his mother. So I sort of, you know, didn't really, I mean, yeah, I created a little bit, I guess, because you sort of have to, but all my energy went to focus on Peter and how do I help him and how do I help move the story forward, you know?
Yeah, and I feel with like season 2, because season 1 we had the book, the novel that you were all, you know, trying to go reference throughout all the episodes. But I feel like season 2 is more free. There's more creative freedom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it feels like the writing is more catered to your voice and you as a character and you as an actress. And, you know, there's a lot more freedom for everybody in the characters.
Yeah.
So how did you use that freedom for character growth in season 2?
Well, it was, yeah, because like in the first season, it was like, I hope I'm portraying everything that was in the book. I hope that I'm doing it to, you know, the creators' their vision. Yeah, and for the second season, there was a lot more room to play around and talking with the writers on set and or when you got the script, emailing back, just being like, well, what do you I don't know if she would say this, or what if she said this instead, or what if, you know, her and Andreas did this, you know? So there was it was very collaborative, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is nice, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and move. As much as I love talking about Destiny so much, let's talk a little bit about Olivia. So I'm actually surprised that she's in this season because I thought she was dead last time. Like,
You really thought she was going to be dead?
You're not going to get rid of Famke Janssen. Come on.
I want to say like 70% of me thought she was dead, like legit dead. But I was like, okay, there's a chance that she can be brought back to life by Johann Price because he's like Dr. Frankenstein, you know? And but she comes back. We get to see that her tongue is sewn back in.
Isn't that again?
What was that prop?
Yes.
What was that prop? I wanted to ask Famke, but I didn't get time to it.
Because I wasn't
they used for
there,
the
but
tongue?
what she was saying at the fan screening, because somebody had asked her, because she gets really like squeamish. She doesn't like blood, and she doesn't like blood and guts and stuff like that. I'm like, welcome to Hemlock Grove.
Yeah.
But I think they actually, I'm not sure what they did, but I think it was maybe somebody else's tongue. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't know for sure, but I think maybe. So don't quote me on that one, okay, guys?
Interesting, because like you could see her moving it, and then like it's not even fully attached yet. And,
Yeah,
like
it was awesome. That was such a cool shot.
It really was.
Yeah.
it was.
It's really neat. So she's got her tongue growing back, right, or being reattached. She's got a limp, right, and I think he said something like it was because of the atrophy, because I don't remember her being damaged like in her leg last time.
Also they took muscle from the leg to reconstruct the tongue. Oh. So. And then, therefore, muscle atrophied and whatnot. So now she has 2 places she has to recuperate.
And she started with that really low voice. I thought she was going to maybe keep that for a while longer. I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I'm glad the accent's gone. It was like perfect excuse to get rid of the accent.
Thank goodness, because she had that whole 1930s dame thing going on, and she actually, I think the first episode, which we watched, it kind of subtly, it was still there, but then it went away gradually, and then because I watched episode 2 also, by episode 2, sorry ladies.
Don't worry, you're not the only one.
But
You did too.
I mean, research. It was for research, I swear.
I thought we were all a team here. If you guys are going to start watching.
I know, I didn't want to give
Alright.
it away. I knew that.
Oh,
I was like, how long can we go with this?
but it's,
terrible. I'm so
I'm
disappointed. All right.
so it's pretty much gone. The voice, that voice, yes. So she's got a limp. So where is she staying now? Is she staying still in the mansion?
No, it's their cottage.
It's her cottage now. Okay, and then next to the cottage we have a greenhouse, and she spends most of her time there. It seems like, right? And it's so ironic because she's surrounded by life and plants. Things are blooming, and she's obviously probably close to almost 100, 150 years old. She's just this really aged thing. And in a way, it's like a tree, except that she is, there's something that's fitting. She is thirsty, just like her plants are. Right?
Yes.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And also, you notice she's not wearing white. She's wearing colored clothing.
That's right.
She's looking like a normal human being.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, I think the color of her clothing is kind of not unlike yours, right?
That's what she said. She said, sorry, I did interview Famke Janssen. Definitely check out that interview. She said that the wardrobe and whatnot, they changed because of her character, not to spoil anything. The character changes throughout the season. And the wardrobe is to reflect her personality change, and she's dressed more in earthly tones.
Yeah.
To portray more of that humanistic
She's so
side of her.
stunning. You can
She's
put
gorgeous.
a paper bag on her and she would rock that, She's,
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
Women Crush Wednesday, anybody?
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, totally. It is Wednesday too, so check that out.
Post something on Instagram. But the only time she starts talking about feeding a little bit here.
In the first episode, is it when the bird hits the...
No, that's the
No.
second episode.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
But she talks about feeding a little bit, and she didn't used to talk about it before in season 1 rather. I don't think she she never mentioned feeding. It never showed her feed.
No, it was just something she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just she did the drug thing with her
Yeah.
eyes, and I thought that's how maybe she was controlling her urges in some way. Or it never even really showed her eat food, did it? Maybe a little bit, a few bites here and there.
Remember there's some balls of something one time.
Oh,
That was
remember?
weird.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raw meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's talking about feeding because she knows that Roman is now feeding, and she has to be there for Roman to help him through that process.
Yeah, and she has a reason to talk about it now because he's gone. He's away from her, not in her nest anymore, and she has to vent. The only thing she can do is vent to Price because he works there more than her. She can't go there really anymore because of her leg, and hopefully Price can influence Roman in some way, but it doesn't look like it's happening, right? And that's actually perfectly, segueing into Roman being the head of Godfrey Industries.
Of all people.
Yeah, how about that meeting?
How-
Pictures.
Kalakalakalui or
Yeah.
whatever.
I couldn't write it. I'm like, yep. Some Hawaiian chick.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to lay you maybe.
So he just totally took over. Like, he was letting all the old guys talk, right? All the guys who were at the board. And then he takes over the thing, and he pretty much he just pissed all over everybody.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like the greatest presence? His
oh, yeah.
presence in that meeting, I was like, oh yeah, you go, man.
Definitely
Yeah.
had that same thought when watching it. I was just thinking about that whole family. And I'm like, they all just have, like, when they're in the room, they just,
Yeah,
and they don't
command.
do much, but yes, they
Yeah.
just totally command it in your
Yeah.
eyes. Just, you can't take your eyes off of them.
Goes right turns. And him and his attitude. I mean, you know he had an attitude last season, but now he's really using it for his power as well, to take over all these people and for his own doings.
And the person he pissed on the most in that meeting was Price. And he even took him out of the meeting and he peed on him. Let's step into your office.
Your office.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peeing. Yeah, there's a lot of peeing going on in this episode. I'm like, what's with all the peeing? We had the kid at the beginning.
that's
I mean,
right. Yeah.
we'll get to it. And then we had you, Destiny, and now Roman's peeing. I'm like, okay, what's up with this?
Wow.
That is so
a good
funny.
point.
Yeah.
That's the most urination in any episode of Hemlock Grove.
I mean, they are human, I guess.
I forgot about the kid in the beginning. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really
We'll get
subtle.
to that.
I totally forgot about that too. But Roman, he lives in his new mansion now, which, damn, that place looks expensive.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
And the baby,
Beautiful.
the baby is segregated in a totally different room. What's up with that?
Soundproof room. Like a.
And the weird lady who was taking care of the baby, the caretaker. I'm like, oh, she's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should we trust her? She's a little bit shady right now.
Yeah,
mean-
that was so weird too to see him like, wait, you don't live here alone?
Yeah.
You look like you live here alone, dude. And you have her there. She looks like she's 3 times your age or 4 times your age. She looks like a pretty old lady. And where did she come from? She wasn't in the last season, right?
Just there taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the
Nanny.
warmest lady.
No.
So cool.
Good casting.
Yep, again. But the baby's eyes,
Yes.
bright blue, like the color that we always see in Hemlock.
Aren't
That bright blue.
those? Isn't that baby so adorable?
It is.
Yeah.
Adorable. Oh my goodness.
I was taken back by the eyes, though. I will say that. I was like, such a cute baby. Look at those eyes.
The eyes, I got sucked into those too, and I kept waiting for him to do something really terrible then at the end or something. Like, I was just like, oh, because he's so cute. Yeah, something.
Looking cute.
Yeah.
Looking cute. Yeah.
That's it.
And then I'm going to stab someone. Or,
Oh, no.
Or bite somebody.
yeah.
You would think.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, it's got his bloodline.
Yeah.
Stay
stay
tuned. Keep watching Hemlock Grove. So we have him living in that mansion just by himself. He goes to the old man, and he obviously we know he's hungry now. He goes to the old man, and I thought he was just gonna bite the old man, right? But he ends up grabbing leeches.
Yeah, but how funny was
How
it
nasty.
when they walk
Yeah.
into the room and then he starts taking off his shirt?
Exactly.
What is going on?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, we got a striptease going on here.
Okay, I didn't know you swung that way.
Exactly. I was like, do we know Roman's gay?
How much weirder could we get on
Yeah.
Hemlock Grove, right? This guy, he starts chomping down on those leeches like they're
yes.
gummy bears.
But wasn't it a cool way to
Yes.
do the Uper thing? Yeah, I just thought that
Man.
was so inventive and new and strange and creepy, and it was awesome. So Hemlock Grove.
The feeding. Ew.
Yeah, and I guess he's just working his way up to it because he starts off with these leeches. His mom says his hunger is only going to increase. She's talking to Price about it. Who knows what he's going to do next? I kind of know because I saw the next episode, but who knows? Who knows?
JJ
I'm
like
sorry.
hates us
Sorry,
right
JJ.
The
now.
whole season tonight.
You
Just wait.
guys. Yeah, she's gonna be the most informed now.
Yeah.
Oh man, was there anything else about Roman that we wanted to discuss a little bit?
Do you know what the leeches were? Or, I mean, you've kind of worked with the prop department. Did you know anything?
I know something
on that?
about worms and gooey things.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that he said that they were like gummies. I think they tasted. I think it was almost the same thing as when I swallowed that worm.
right.
Yeah, same sort of stuff.
Same
Cool.
sort of stuff.
They look nasty. I just like close my eyes, pretend it's chocolate or something.
Yeah.
And, ew.
They look like those blue gummy sharks a little bit, only in leech form. You know what I'm talking about?
Like gummies.
Oh man, but you know what? Before we get to the new antagonist, talking about the masked men, I wanted to mention too. Did we see a body in the tank when they were walking around in the laboratory?
I don't know. Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did?
we did.
Yeah, didn't that look like Letha a little bit?
Yeah, it's exactly like Letha.
So it could be her, could not be her, but I think it is her. I think they saved her and preserved her, right? I think so.
Over here.
Let's go. I got a prediction later on regarding
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's something we do at the end too. By the way, Dio, we do predictions.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yes,
That's what we're gonna
I'm
do.
excited to hear your predictions.
and you should predict too, but pretend you don't know anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll start thinking about it.
So we have
now.
the new antagonist, these new evil guys, this evil presence that's around in Hemlock Grove, wearing white masks, going into random people's houses. We see them going into this random house. They're pretty much they're silently terrorizing this family, right? It was so
Sad.
awful.
They did more than
know.
terrorize the family.
I was like, my mom is not going to be able to watch this season. All the, the little kid and everything. It's just, it's hard.
Oh, I mean, that was really creepy. It reminded me of a show, Criminal Minds, but that they did the exact kind of same way. Someone went into a house and turned on the gas and locked the doors. They couldn't get out. But I love the whole shot from going the little kid going from the bathroom back to the bedroom, and then like the camera just pans up to his face and like, it reveals that he's in math. But it was so creepy, and I'm like, okay, let's turn the lights back on.
Yeah. I love those kind of masks. Freak me out. No expression, no nothing, just a presence.
Yeah.
It's freaky. They
Very
did a good
creepy.
job with that. Yeah.
And it was so simple, but it was very well done.
Exactly.
At first, I thought it was Shelley because we just see the back of the body, and very tall, big, clunky, stomping around everywhere. But then it was a completely different person.
Yeah, and she didn't have bandages on her hands.
Yeah,
So
that's
was
when
like,
I also realized it. I was
Yeah.
like, no, we see the fingers.
Yeah.
I miss her.
I do miss her, but I do see it. This is not too much of a spoiler, but just beware, people. But when I'm on my app,
Spoiler alert!
thank you. But I was looking through my Netflix app at the episodes, just like the screenshot of each episode, and I see Shelley. I see her in there. So I don't know how many episodes in it is, but it might be like halfway through the season. Looks like she's in there, and she looks a lot different. Did they use a different actress to play her?
Yeah. Madeline Martin from Californication.
Oh,
yeah.
oh
Right?
wow.
She is amazing. She's amazing. She's so smart. She's so smart. She makes me feel dumb. And she's so sweet. And I'm just gonna say this: at the fan screening, she was wearing this really cool dress, and then later on in the night, I was sitting next to her, and I was like, "I thought those were polka dots. Are they?" She's like, "They're rhinoceri," and they're like really like mini little rhinoceros.
That's awesome.
I was like, "Awesome! I love your wardrobe."
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
So I saw a few seasons of, well, probably just the first season of Californication, but does she play the daughter?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is so crazy.
I was trying to get her in.
She's so tiny.
She's all grown up now.
Wow.
Good for her. I mean,
Yeah.
going from Californication to now Hemlock Grove. I mean,
It's
that
such a
girl's working.
difference, though, right?
Yeah.
It's such a different character. Awesome.
She was
Great for her.
great in Californication.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm looking forward to seeing what she looks like as Shelley. That's going to be cool. So the masked men, they end up blowing out the pilot light, and they leave a candle there for the gas to fill the house and kablamo, right?
Kendall had an angel sticker on it too.
An angel
I'm
sticker?
like, what's the
on
symbolism of that?
Oh, we had-
Angel.
well, we
We've
had
always
angels
had
last time.
references to angels, but now an actual literal angel sticker. I mean,
Yeah. Well, last season we did have the dream with the angel that Letha supposedly had that actually turned out to be Roman in disguise. He compelled her, right, to see like an angel while he took advantage of her.
What a sicko.
Yeah.
Sick bastard.
Come on.
Man. So what do you think these masked men? What are we gonna call them? Are we just gonna call them masked men the whole season until we find out what they really are?
Creepy mask dudes.
Creepy masked
I
dudes.
mean, that might be
Yeah, there you
wordy.
go.
but-
CMD.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
CMD
CMDs.
So what? Okay, we don't know what their motivation is. Obviously, they just want to wreak havoc, kill people. There's got to be some kind of reason behind it, though. It feels more sinister than just something like the Manson family. You know,
Yeah.
there's got to be something more behind
They
it.
definitely have a plan,
Yeah,
right?
they're more
not just-
serialized.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. It seems organized.
Yeah.
Very organized, very serial.
Did we
type.
see only one guy though this episode? I think we did, right?
thought it was
I
one
thought
guy.
it was, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, there's got to be more than one. Because I think we saw in the trailers, right? The trailers there was more than one. So if there's
You saw the second episode.
I saw the second episode, duh.
Come on now.
The trailers though.
Yeah, I only
Yeah.
saw one guy.
Yeah.
I'm going off the trailers.
Yeah.
Trailers. There was at least two guys in the trailers within one shot that I could see.
Okay.
So there's probably more than a few. I want to say. Anyway,
Dig that hole deeper. Just keep.
Yeah, just make it worse.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Tiio some more.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
I mean, this is awesome.
thank you.
Yes, Martin's excited.
All right. Oh, Martin's back there.
Martin's back
awesome.
there.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Martin.
So Martin.
So let's go ahead and get. Do you ladies want to start on your questions before I do?
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
that's it. We do.
Destiny's
Go down,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to have her back for more episodes. What was that like when they told you were going to be back for more?
Exciting. I love her.
Yeah,
I love
who
Destiny.
does it?
You know, if I wasn't on the show and if I wasn't playing her, I would still love her. You know, she's a really cool character and like a fun element to the. I think she has a sense of humor amongst this really brooding, sort of dark vibe that's going on. There's sort of like a little bit of, you know, humor
Yeah.
there and light and grounded and she's just so much fun. And I was also because you know I did that worm scene that everybody loved last year, and
I loved when you were possessed.
Yeah.
So cool with the black eyes
yeah.
and just going like, just throwing your hair around in the chair.
Yeah.
Throwing
I
up.
had fun too. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to spoil anything, but throwing up.
We could
see-
talk about that.
Anyways, I throw up again. Spoiler alert. But I was also, really excited to see what the writers would give her to do, you know, because she is like a medium and she does have that connection to, that connection, the clairvoyant, the.
You're a soothsayer.
Yeah, so I was so excited to see in this world of Hemlock Grove what spells she would be doing, what potions she would be making, and she gets to do a lot of fun stuff this season.
Right away in the first episode, you had so much. Were you really excited when you got that first one? Just be like, to see how
Yeah.
much you were in it involved?
Yeah, and also in the whole Romani world, you know, and that somebody else comes into her life, which is really nice. Having that character, Andreas, just gives a sort of other dynamic. You know, when I first got the part, she was labeled as a gypsy witch prostitute, you know, so I was a prostitute. And I feel like there's only so far you can go with that, and it was nice to have that other element to bring out another side in her. And I think right away her and Andreas connect, and he's fun, she wants to take care of him, he's different, but he's also they share a lot of the you know, they're both Romani, so there's a whole layer that she doesn't have to explain to him, they don't have to explain to each other, you know, they're both they both have the same background. So yeah, no, it was really nice. I was flattered that they wanted to write more and that people wanted to see more. Honestly, that's the only way I can put it, is flattered.
Maybe this time we're gonna have more, because there's obviously more layers, like you said, with Andres, and maybe there's gonna be like a little hurt going on. There's gonna be maybe more development with the relationship, right? And then maybe she's gonna get hurt at some point, and then we're gonna see, because we haven't seen Destiny really in that kind of like that vulnerable.
Yeah, that's true. Or we haven't seen her in like revenge mode. I think she would. I think she would be somebody that she's so fresh and fun and everything, and I want to see the other side of her. What she would do if she was hurt, or if somebody did hurt Peter, what she would do.
Cast a spell on somebody.
Yeah, be like, you mess with family. Oh, you're messing with Destiny. Come on.
I want to see that dark side, that evil side, that I'm gonna F shit up.
Oh yeah.
We'd like to see that too.
How has that fan reaction been like? Because I mean, Hemlock Grove is kind of now has a cult following.
Yeah.
How's the reaction been like for your character?
So positive. Everybody's just saying such nice things, and it's so encouraging and so sweet. And I'm so happy to have, you know, Twitter's crazy.
Yeah, I love
Twitter
it.
is such like a crazy invention. It's so cool that you can interact and you know sort of the reaction of your fans. You know what's going on out there. I've just been getting some really positive feedback, and people love my character and want to see more, and they're happy that I, you know, am more present this season. So it was really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, we've seen you in episode 1. Me and Marisa have seen you in episode 2. What is
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we'll do a little spoiler alert here if you want to.
Spoiler alert!
Yep.
So what is your favorite scene so far that you have shot between those 2 episodes, and maybe even tease us with something you got coming up later?
I really like, okay, so in the first 2 episodes, I actually really like it when I meet Andreas, when I'm peeing, and then...
So romantic. They're cute.
Yeah, and then I wash my hands. You guys will see that. I wash my hands. Open the curtain, and I think I'm sure she felt his presence or somebody, you know, because she knew that he was watching her, right? So she went to the washroom, comes out, and then just that cool walking through the party sort of thing, and then they stop to get a drink. I really liked that. It was a nice, like, back and forth with another character, so that was really fun. And I think I'm not going to spoil anything, but my interaction, there's one particular interaction I have with the character of Miranda that was pretty fun and intense and kind of like, yeah, that was a fun moment.
Yeah. I can.
How far did you watch?
A good amount. I'll say that.
Damn it! Now I'm curious.
I mean, research, guys. It was research, I swear.
Yeah, no, there's a really cool, and then there's also this other one where I get to like dunk my head in a bathtub. But there's been I keep seeing you do that.
Keeps doing it every time.
Throw it away.
Done with the water. It's staying down there.
But there's a picture out there somewhere where we're all standing in front of a bathtub, and I had to dunk my head in that for like 6 all day.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was so funny because they brought in what was for, you know, like a spell, but they brought in this body double, and I was like, who is that? Why is she dressed like me? And they're like, oh, that's your double, so you know, so you don't always have to put your head in. And I was like, excuse me, I used to be a swimmer. I played water polo. I love the water. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I can. They're like, yeah, but you're gonna have to hold your breath. I'm like, pfft. Bring it on, man. I can do this.
That's awesome.
So that was really fun.
That's great.
Yeah, that was fun.
What a trooper. Some method acting. There you
Exactly.
Was there anything this season, since you already had season 1 under your belt, back for season 2, any surprises for you, or anything that maybe was challenging that you didn't expect, or like anything different about this season than the first for you?
Challenging. I just wanted to seem consistent, I think, you know, and I wanted to be there as much as I could be for everybody else. Honestly, I had so much fun. It was so much fun. It's such a fun show to be on. Everybody is amazing. The cast is amazing. The crew is amazing. They deserve, you know, a round of applause because, I mean, the costumes, how cool are the costumes? How, you know, everybody has their colors and their look and everything, and everybody's so different. No, there wasn't really any challenges, I think. I just had a buttload of fun.
Yeah. Well, because there was only 10 episodes this season instead of 13 from last season, what was the filming schedule like? Was it more condensed? Was it more fast-paced, or was it somewhat the same?
It was pretty much the same. I mean, 8 or 9 days per episode, I think. Yeah. I think it was pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like, oh, yeah, it kind of sucked that there was only 10 because you just kind of, it's like, oh, I mean, I'm in the mode, you know, and then just like, boom, it's over. But
that's what
season
makes us
3.
want to come back for more.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
I'm already liking the quality of the season
Yeah.
versus the last one. I love the first one too, but this one, because it's 10 episodes, maybe they focused a lot more on each episode and made it that much better. We of course, there's so much Romani, gypsy stuff going on. What have you learned between last season and this one? Have you learned more about gypsies and Romani, and what can you tell us about what you've learned and what you're able to like implement in your character in the show?
I mean, I was already, like, we did, I don't know if I mentioned this last year when you guys interviewed me, but me and Landon, the guy who plays Peter, Brian, the creator, hooked us up with this gypsy family in Pennsylvania, and me and Landon took a road trip down to Erie, Pennsylvania. Drove down, and we were kind of like, what are we getting ourselves into? And they were the nicest people ever. They were so giving. They just wanted to teach everything. Any questions that we had, we sat there. They fed us about 10 courses. We just sat outside on their back patio. They invited over I think it was an aunt and a cousin or something, and we even got invited to their wedding. Like but we couldn't go because we were shooting. It was like a couple months later or something. But yeah, we couldn't go. And they were so sweet. Shout out to them, guys. But yeah, and I like the music. I watch a lot of Tony Gatliff films and Amir Kusturica. I just like that world. I didn't really do, because I was already sort of into that even before I got cast. I think it was one thing that excited me about taking on this character. So yeah, not between first and second. I didn't really like do too much more research because I was already so into that world anyways.
You already got immersed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys have a great cast. I mean, such an international cast
I
as well. I mean, you
know.
have you, and I believe Landon's from
He's from Alberta.
Canada.
Yeah.
And then we had Bill from Sweden, Famke from Netherlands. I mean, it's so great to have an international cast to be on a show that's so broadcasted internationally.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it like working with the cast? Because it seems like you all get along.
We do. And I think somebody at the fan screening had asked, how do you unwind after such intense scenes and stuff? I was like, I grabbed the microphone and was like laughing. I just have a lot of fun, between takes, and not just with the cast, but also with the crew. It was such a positive, it felt so positive. And yeah, it's just great working with them. I don't want to stop.
Yeah. I mean, are there any pranksters?
Everybody always asks that. I don't know. I didn't get any pranks pulled on me. I think, actually, you know what? Brian, the creator, Brian, Bill, and Landon, they have some pranks going on with each other. Some of the stuff that they did, if they did it to me, I would have been, flipping tables. But they all have like little, crew going on. So they got, anyways, they're pranksters, but with each other. Nobody ever pulled a prank on me.
What do they do?
Good.
Season 3.
I don't know, go into each other's trailers and do stuff, and
Like pee in each other's coffee.
no comment.
More peeing.
Exactly.
She will not confirm nor deny.
JJ, did you have a question? I cut you off earlier, sorry.
I'll have to come back. I don't know what I was
okay.
thinking. No worries.
Oh, so we know that Destiny is an orange creamsicle. What kind of popsicle is Tiio?
You know what? When they wrote that, I was like, I love orange creamsicles. That's what I used to ask for at. But also when ice cream truck used to come by my house, they used to make these really big ice cream sandwiches with like fresh baked cookies, and they were like this big, like you had to cut it in half kind of thing. And then you would chase down the ice cream truck because they would be like, "Meow," you know, and was like ding 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 ding.
That's like you hear all the time here. We hear the ice cream truck. I heard it earlier today. I'm like, where is it? I have to find it. Yeah.
So I would be a chocolate chip ice cream sandwich.
Oh, I like that.
I approve.
I think I can see a little bit of the chocolate chips, your little freckles that you got.
Yeah, exactly. Freckle 44.
So I was looking through your Twitter, your tweets a little bit. So who's Brent Diabo?
Oh, Brent Diabo? That's my man.
That's your man. Okay, so how long you been with them?
Almost 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, he's so sweet. He's tall. I'm tall, so he's tall and he's sweet, and he plays the guitar. He plays country music, like country, like rock. Yeah, no, he's a sweetheart, and he has green eyes, and he's funny and talented, and yeah, I love him.
how'd you guys meet?
We met where we're from on my reserve, and just mutual friends sort of thing. Kind of, I think we met at. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. We met at I would see him around, and then we met officially at a fire, like a bonfire, and then we went to a bar. And then the rest is history.
Well, why would he kill you about that? That's nice. Bonfires are neat. I like bonfires.
Hey, I'm from Nebraska. I love a good bonfire.
I was like, I don't, sometimes like makes us sound like hillbillies. But
You sound great.
I mean,
small town.
JJ and I, we come from small towns.
Okay.
And so do you. So we're used to
you were
it.
saying.
Me too.
Okay, small town crew.
The mascot for our high school was a hay baler, a guy with a pitchfork who moves hay.
Okay,
right?
that's small town.
Yeah. We had bonfires all the time.
Okay, good.
I tell you what.
I miss bonfires, actually.
Yeah. How big is the reserve that you live on? I mean,
It's like 8 to 10,000, something like that.
my town's smaller.
Really? Yeah.
I come
Wait,
from
are you
1,400.
Oh, wow.
What? How many?
That's really
1,400
That
people
is
in my
small.
hometown.
That's really tiny.
That's small.
So,
yeah.
but when you said the 8,000, I was thinking like, is that acres or people?
But it's like weird because, okay, yeah, there's 8,000 or whatever, but everybody, you still know everybody. You know what I mean? And if you see somebody, you're like, how come I don't know that person? Who is that person? You know? It's very...
Outsider.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, who is that? And then call your friend. Did you see that person walking down the street? Who was that? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a small place.
So
I like it.
what other upcoming projects do you have? I mean, I know last year you were also in Defiance. Do you have more episodes in Defiance coming up? or-
Yeah, I mean, it was hard because it was hard to schedule because it was shooting at the same time. So you do see me come back in Defiance.
We'll have to have you back
You'll
for
have
that after
to-
show.
You'll have to, you'll have to stay tuned to that. And I am going to start shooting a mini-series with Kathleen Robertson in Montreal called The Fixer.
Oh, she's great. She's from Bates Motel, right? And Murder in the First, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
She's Canadian, too. She's blonde.
Yeah.
Super hot. Yeah. And so I'm doing that. And then I'm doing a web series for... like with some friends, they asked me to be the lead. It's called Blank Page, and there's an Indiegogo campaign, guys. Yeah, so I'm just doing that. It's like fresh, funny story of 3 friends in Montreal. My character owns an art gallery. She's a visual artist, and love life, that sort of stuff. But it's fun because it's like something that I haven't done in a really long time. You know, just play like a woman going through normal things, you know. So I'm really excited to do that, and it's with a great group of people who are totally professional, and I'm excited for that.
That's great. Do you have any more short films that you're making in the future? I did see the Smoke Shack. That was hysterical.
Aww. That's a little taste of growing up on my reserve. But yeah, I wrote a short film about something that my mother did in the 60s, in the late 60s, and I'm trying to get funding for that. And so I'm applying in September, but I would love to get as much money as possible because I want to make it good quality. I don't want to I know it's like, oh, I don't want to be on a budget, but really, like, it's a period piece, and I want to play my mother, and I want to have every bit, like, I want it to be quality, you know, and I want it to be able to go around. Like, the Smoke Shack was sort of a testing ground. Can I do this? Can I see something through from A to B to C to D, you know? And I did, and now I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to start making, you know, some real good quality films and tell some stories.
Is there a dream role out there, or another role that maybe scares you, or, you know, something that is on your kind of bucket list of things to do, acting wise?
You know, I used to say I didn't want to do romantic comedies, but I would actually, I think I said it on this show last year. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, I actually kind of want to do something just fun and silly, and I want to get back into comedy, you know, because I actually became an actor because of Jim Carrey. I was like, this guy's hilarious, and he makes money making people laugh. So and then in theater school, whatever, I did a lot of comedy, and then getting out, and all of the roles that I ended up getting were all so dark and serious, and I play a serial killer in one short film. I'm, you know, like, I'm a ghost in another one. I'm a gypsy witch in this. I'm an alien in Defiance. So I would like to do some comedy. Some like slapstick comedy. You know, really.
The best.
Yeah. I would like to actually, you know what? I would love to do a biopic. I would love to play somebody that really existed and tell their story. That would be so fun. I don't know who.
And an honor, too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really into reading, I've been reading a lot of biographies and a lot of, like, the classic stars and stuff. I read Angelica Houston, I read Lucille Ball, Lauren Bacall, Katharine Hepburn. Right now I'm reading Charlie Chaplin. So I kind of like that sort of world, you know? I would love to immerse myself in something like that.
Yeah.
So one last question before we hit the predictions. How does your boyfriend Brent feel about you doing some of the scenes in Hemlock Grove?
You know, actually, when me and Luke first met, I was like, okay, I have a boyfriend, and he was like, okay, I have a girlfriend. I was like, okay, we need to get them to meet. And so Brent was playing a show somewhere, and so we got Luke and his girlfriend to come, and and I actually didn't tell my boyfriend. He was like, so wait, what are you doing? And I was like, yeah, this is the guy. Surprise! But then we all got along so well. It was kind of just work, you know what I mean? And it was even that much easier because I liked them so much. And I'm like, I'm not going to throw away almost 5 years with this dude for some, you know, roll in the hay with this guy that I hardly even know. I mean, he's a wonderful person, and he's a great actor, but, you know, I love Brent. Brent's the shit. I love you, babe.
That's sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, seems like we need to wrap things up here, so let's go ahead and hit our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
What we see in the future. What do we see in Destiny's ball here? The crystal ball.
I'll start. I see that Roman's going to be losing control in the coming episodes. We already saw that he was getting crazy with the leeches, those tiny little things. How much crazier is he going to get later on? And Shelly's going to be coming back. She's going to be visiting, I think, Roman first, hopefully Roman first, and then her mom afterwards. I'm sure they both miss her. I think Letha is going to be weaponized because she's there floating in that tank. Why? You know, what are they going to... Or they could be harvesting her maybe for organs or something, and then she just regrows them back. I don't know.
Good imagination.
Yeah, I was like, these are good.
But that's it for me. I'm dry now.
Well, since I've only seen one episode,
I feel so bad.
I'm sorry.
I'm just the idiot.
No. These are real predictions, though. These are real predictions.
Yeah, mine were legit.
Okay. I think that there's going to be a big war with Peter and Roman this season. And I also think, for some reason, I think Price is going to die. I don't know why. Those are my two for right now.
Joel, what do you think?
I love Joel, so I hope he does it. But he's
She said it. I can't really say anything. But I predict that we're going to have Dio back eventually.
Woo!
Yeah.
I can't predict anything. I can't.
We're mum
I don't want to give anything
over here.
away.
Just tease something else real quick. One thing.
I think Destiny is going to be channeling some pretty amazing demons.
Okay.
Good one? Was
Yeah,
I got the
that's
hang of
good.
it.
Yeah.
That's
Really good.
All right, thanks, guys. Well, that about does it for us at AfterBuzz TV's Hemlock Grove podcast. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to give us a follow. Give Dio a follow at her Twitter. Go ahead and say your Twitter handle.
It's at Kaniehtiio. You can just Google Tiio Horn. It'll come up.
And you guys can follow me at Sean Austin O on Twitter and Instagram.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, Jurgens JJ on Instagram.
And you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV. And also check out my awesome interview with Famke Janssen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such an amazing opportunity in a world, like, I'm still over the moon about it. Seriously, I'm still over the moon about it, but definitely check that out.
Thanks so much, guys. We'll buzz with you next week.
Hi, Daddy.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.